Many people think working hard means staying late at the office, finishing all tasks, and impressing your boss. But I tell you, that is only part of the story. Real success comes when you work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Your job is temporary. One day, the company may change, the market may shift, or technology may replace your work. But what you carry inside, your skills, your knowledge, your ability to solve problems, that no one can take away, that is your real asset. Every day, ask yourself, am I learning something new? Am I improving my mind, my discipline, my resilience? If the answer is yes, then even if the world changes, you are ready. Most people focus on salary, promotions, and recognition. They forget that the real investment is in themselves. Learn to read, learn to think critically, learn to communicate. Challenge yourself. Take risks. Fail and fail better. Because every failure teaches you more than any task assigned by your boss. Success does not come from working harder on tasks. It comes from working harder on the person who does the tasks. When you grow, your work grows. When you improve, your life improves. And one day, when opportunity knocks, you won't just be ready, you will be unstoppable. So, don't just work on your job. Work on yourself first, every day, every hour. That is how you create a life no one can take away. When we talk about success, most people immediately think about jobs, promotions, or money. They focus on climbing the ladder, getting that corner office, or earning a bigger salary. But here is the truth that almost everyone misses. The most important investment you can ever make is in yourself. Not in your car, not in your house, not in the things you show to the world, but in your own mind, your abilities, your knowledge, and your habits. When I was young, I wanted a good job. I tried hard, applied everywhere, but most of the doors were closed. I was rejected so many times. But I realized something important. The people who succeeded were not just lucky, they had invested in themselves long before opportunity knocked. They read books, they practiced skills, they worked on their mindset. They knew that their real capital was not money in the bank. It was their ability to learn, adapt, and grow. Investing in yourself is about understanding that the world changes, jobs disappear, and companies rise and fall, but your knowledge, your skills, and your mindset are yours forever. The more you grow, the more options you have. The more options you have, the more freedom you gain. And this freedom is not about leaving work. It is about having control over your life, your choices, and your future. Think about it like this. If you spend all your energy trying to impress a boss or meet deadlines without improving yourself, you are like a bird learning to fly only inside a cage. You will get used to the cage, you will feel safe in it, but the moment the cage door opens, you don't know how to soar. That is why investing in yourself first matters more than anything else. When you invest in learning, in skills, in your mindset, you are building wings that can carry you anywhere. Investing in yourself does not always mean spending money, although that helps. It can mean reading a book instead of scrolling your phone, learning a new skill instead of watching TV, or practicing patience, discipline, and resilience instead of complaining about your life. It can mean surrounding yourself with people smarter than you and absorbing their wisdom rather than wasting energy in comparison or jealousy. Every hour you dedicate to improving yourself is like planting a seed that will grow into a tree of opportunities in the future. I remember when I started my first business, I had very little knowledge about technology, finance, or management. But I made it my priority to study every day, to read, to ask questions, and to learn from failure. Every time I failed, I realized it was not the failure that mattered. It was what I learned about myself. That learning was the investment. It cost me effort, patience, and sometimes embarrassment, but it gave me the skill, the wisdom, and the confidence to keep moving forward. Investing in yourself is also about understanding your strengths and weaknesses. Many people focus on trying to do everything perfectly, but the real investment is knowing where you need to grow and working on it consistently. It is about being honest with yourself, about recognizing that no job or boss will make you better unless you decide to make yourself better first. The world may reward skill, intelligence, and effort, but only if you have prepared yourself to receive it. The most successful people I have seen are not the ones who worked 12 hours a day in a job they didn't understand. They are the ones who work 12 hours a day on themselves, learning, failing, reading, practicing, and growing. They knew that the world changes every day. The skills you have today may not be enough tomorrow. That is why investing in yourself is never wasted. It compounds, it builds, and it opens doors you didn't even know existed. Many people think that once they have a job, a routine, or a certain level of comfort in life, they can relax. They believe that stability means safety, and safety means success. But the truth is, comfort is the enemy of growth. If you stop learning, you stop improving. The world does not wait for anyone. Technology changes, markets shift, and industries disappear. If you rely only on what you already know, you are preparing yourself for failure without even realizing it. Continuous learning is what keeps you ahead, keeps you adaptable, and keeps you relevant. When I was starting out, I realized that the people who were ahead of me were not necessarily smarter or luckier. They were learners. They never settled. They kept reading books, asking questions, observing the world, and trying new things. Even when they had a secure job or a successful business, they were still learning. And that learning gave them an edge that comfort could never give. Learning is not just about formal education. It is about curiosity, about questioning the way things work, and about challenging your assumptions. Many people get trapped in a routine because it is easy, because it feels safe. They wake up, go to work, do the same tasks, go home, watch television, and repeat. They think they are working hard, but in reality, they are slowly getting left behind. Continuous learning, on the other hand, requires effort. It requires humility, and it requires discipline. It means spending time every day improving yourself, even when it is inconvenient. I remember when we were building our first company, there were many things I did not know. I did not know how to handle investors. I did not understand the technology fully, and I certainly did not know how to lead a team. Every day I had to learn something new. I read books, attended seminars, spoke to mentors, and observed other businesses. Sometimes I failed. Many times I failed. But with every failure, with every mistake, I learned something that no textbook could teach me. That is the power of continuous learning. It beats comfort every single time because it prepares you for challenges before they even arrive. Continuous learning is also about stepping out of your comfort zone. Most people stay in what they know, what they are comfortable with, and what is easy. But the world does not reward comfort. It rewards those who take risks, those who experiment, and those who are willing to be uncomfortable in order to grow. Every new skill you learn, every new idea you explore, every challenge you take on adds to your ability to succeed in a world that is unpredictable and fast-changing. It is important to understand that learning is not only about knowledge, it is about mindset. It is about developing curiosity, resilience, and adaptability. A person who is committed to learning knows that failure is not defeat. It is a teacher. They know that change is inevitable and that they must evolve. They invest in themselves not because it is easy or comfortable, but because it is necessary. Many people think that experience alone is enough, but experience without learning is just repeating mistakes. Continuous learning ensures that every experience, every failure, and every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow. Even small habits like reading for 30 minutes a day, reflecting on your work, asking for feedback, or exploring a new skill can compound into enormous growth over time. The people who truly succeed are not the ones who stick to comfort, but the ones who embrace discomfort as part of their learning. They are the ones who keep asking questions, seeking knowledge, and improving themselves even when everything seems to be going well. They know that comfort might feel good for today, but continuous learning builds strength for tomorrow. Many people believe that their job defines them. They believe that as long as they have a stable position, a good title, and a steady paycheck, they are safe. But the truth is, jobs are temporary. Companies rise and fall. Industries evolve. Markets shift overnight. A position that feels secure today can disappear tomorrow. What stays with you, what truly matters, is your ability, your skills, and your mindset. Jobs change, but you stay. When I first started, I faced countless rejections. I was turned down for jobs at KFC, at banks, and at countless companies. People told me I was not qualified, that I would fail, that I would never succeed. But I realized something very important. Even if a job rejected me, that did not define my potential. The skills I was building, the resilience I was developing, and the knowledge I was gathering would stay with me for life. The world is unpredictable. Companies change their strategies, technology replaces old systems, and economic conditions shift. People who rely entirely on their jobs are vulnerable because they tie their identity and their future to something that can vanish. But if you focus on yourself, learning, improving, growing, you become unstoppable. Even if your company closes, even if your industry disappears, even if the job you hold today no longer exists, you are ready to adapt. You stay. Think about it, a job can give you experience, a network, and some money, but a job alone cannot teach you everything you need to succeed. Your mindset not only determines your personal success, but also the success you create for those around you. Your mindset is built through habits, reflection, and experience. Daily practices like learning from failure, seeking feedback, embracing challenges, and thinking positively strengthen it. It is not static, it evolves with effort and awareness. Those who cultivate the right mindset are not limited by setbacks, criticism, or uncertainty. They see every situation as an opportunity to grow, to improve, and to move closer to their goals. Success is not defined by circumstances, money, or recognition. It is defined by the mindset you carry every day, the beliefs you nurture, and the way you act despite fear, failure, or doubt. A strong, growth-oriented mindset turns ordinary people into leaders, thinkers, and creators, and ordinary challenges into opportunities to achieve greatness. In conclusion, most people believe that working hard at their job is the key to success. They focus on deadlines, promotions, and recognition, thinking that these define their future. But the reality is very different. Your job is temporary. Companies change, industries evolve, and technology replaces what you do today. What truly stays with you is your knowledge, your skills, and your mindset. Working harder on yourself means investing in continuous learning, developing soft skills, and building resilience. It means embracing challenges, learning from failure, and thinking long-term, even when the results are not immediate. When you focus on yourself, you become adaptable, confident, and prepared for any opportunity or obstacle. You create skills that no company can take away, habits that last a lifetime, and a mindset that allows you to grow in any situation. While others chase paychecks or titles, you are building a foundation for true freedom, influence, and impact. Remember, the most successful people are not those who work longest on their jobs, but those who dedicate themselves daily to improving themselves. If you invest in yourself first, everything else, opportunities, success, and recognition will naturally follow, and you will be ready for the future no matter what changes come your way.